Hello, my name is Dave Muntean. I'm a member of the Dynamic Disc Golf team. I'm from Tallahassee, Florida. I've been playing a little bit over 10 years. I've had the fortunate experience of playing at the World Championships the last 3 out of 4 years. I went to the U.S. Masters a couple years ago and had a nice victory there. And I'm right now in a hotel room traveling between an ice bowl charity event in Sarasota, and now I'm headed tomorrow for another fundraiser in Ocala for the Innova versus Trilogy Challenge at the Greenway in Ocala. What I wanted to do today, and hopefully help out those who are just getting started in the sport and are still working on their game, is share with you what I carry in my bag for tournaments and casual play. And every disc does something different. There was a day where I only carried 1 or 2 discs with me, but every disc does something different. And the wind and the conditions out there, you need a wide variety of disc selection to make your game the best it can be. My longest distance driver that I use is the West Side Air King, and it's the VIP Air King, and these are under 160 grams. They're called Air Kings because they're light. I can throw the light plastic a little bit further. I fell in love with these discs in preparing for the Japan Open last year, where we were required to throw light plastic, and I carry 3 West Side Air Kings, and they're all a little bit less, one's less stable, one's medium stable, one's a little bit more stable. And I do this, carry 3 different types to fight different conditions and wind and what have you. So depending on the weather and the conditions outside, gives me an idea on which one I want to throw. If I want to fight the wind a little bit more, I'll sit over here and use one of the discs that I can use is the Dynamic Disc Renegade, the Lucid Renegade. Has a little bit more fight to the wind for me. I also like to use the Air Renegade. The Air Renegade from Dynamic Disc is also another air plastic that fights the wind pretty good, and I used it in Japan also. One of my more stable drivers is the Lucid Dynamic Disc Trespass. I can throw this to fight the wind. I can throw it to low skip shots. It skips really nice for me on certain holes that I play on in certain courses. I have fairway drivers, which don't go quite as far as the regular drivers, but I have 3 understable drivers, which means that they go pretty darn straight. I can throw them on an anhyzer path, but they come especially handy when I need to throw straight shots or shots that turn to the right. I'm right-handed, so the tougher shot is to throw to the right and get an anhyzer out of it, but these discs work really well. As long as you make the shot, the disc will do the rest. Another fairway driver I use that fights the wind and turns a little bit more left than all the others is the Lucid Escape from Dynamic Disc, and this is a really good disc. It glides, has a nice glide to it, and it's one of the favorites of many disc golfers. Going to the mid-ranges now, my straightest mid-range that I throw is a Tersis from Westside, and it's a tournament plastic. But this is the straightest disc that I have for mid-range shots and tightly wooded areas, throwing tight lines. It's a beautiful disc for that. Throwing anhyzer shots also works. I had this, the second day I had this, I aced a hole. I put it up on the wall and grabbed another Tersis, so this is a good handy disc. My main upshot disc is the Gold Line Mace from Latitude. This is gold for me as far as getting to the basket where I only need to make 1 putt. I have a very high percentage of shots where I only have 1 putt afterwards because of this disc. Very dependable, and I love the grip. The Lucid Truth from Dynamic Disc is also a good upshot disc. I use this to kind of fill in the gap depending on the wind, and also has a nice little skip to it if I want it. And I can get it to go straight. I can get an S-curve out of it. I can get it to turn left. I mean, it's a very versatile disc. Very, very another favorite of a lot of people. My most stable mid-range disc, the one that turns to the left and fights the wind even more and has a really good skip to it, is the Verdict by Dynamic Disc. It's also Lucid Plastic. I use Lucid Plastic because that's what works for me and it feels good for my grip and my hands. To fill in the gap between the most stable discs that I have and the least stable, I've got 2 other discs I'm working with, and they're both Gold Line Plastic from Latitude, and it's the Core, and I have the Claymore. And these 2 discs, I mean, the grip is amazing, and these are discs that I can't wait to even get a little bit more experience with them. They haven't been in the tournament so much, but I'm playing a lot of casual rounds with them right now. For my putters, putting is so important in this game, and if you're going to practice putting 2/3 of the time that you're playing. But I have 2 putters, and I carry both of them. I hold both of them when I'm putting. One is the Classic Soft Warden by Dynamic Disc. I throw it a little bit on a hyzer line when I putt. But when I need a straighter disc that has more glide and can carry a little bit further, I use the Zero Soft Spike by Latitude. And I use these two discs depending on the situation, the wind, and they're good within 200 feet for me. So that's my bag. I'm hoping that this was helpful for you. I'm enjoying this game a lot. I hope you are, and I hope your game improves more and more the more you learn from everybody else. But do like I did. Learn from the pros. Learn from people who are better than you. Good luck and have fun.